Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spells and Stripe podcast, the only podcast that will eat your children.
No, we are far from the only podcast that does that.
Yeah, that's true. I remember the Joe Rogan.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be Joe Rogan. I knew it. There's a million.
It's the only podcast
billion podcast in the world. I knew it. I just knew it was going to be Joe Rogan. He's always freaking Joe Rogan. He's always freaking Joe Rogan.
You only know about Joe Rogan. All you do all day is talk about how much you love Joe Rogan. You show me fucking clips from
I have never even seen a single individual. I've never seen a single individual clip of Joe Rogan. Genuinely, I've never seen a full Joe Rogan podcast.
He's seen them all, chat. Don't listen to his lies.
I don't even know who Joe Rogan is.
Right next to his little Oswald collection is his Joe Rogan collection.
Yeah.
He's got all the T-shirts. He's got a Joe Rogan Funko Pop. They don't even sell that. I don't know how he got it.
Funko Pop because that's the
obvious customized a Joe Rogan Funko Pop. That's how much he loves Joe Rogan.
Yeah. For you guys who don't know, after Robin's like, oh, why is Oswald so high? You know, like Oswald, I fraud checked Robin so hard. Like, hey, look at my Oswald collection.
I mean, I like him too. I didn't realize you had all the merch. I didn't know that.
I've
never been inside your house.
I had a big Oswald face. There's probably a time I liked him more than Mickey. I feel like them sidelining him so hard prevents that from happening now. But like,
he's such an underdog.
Like, I really thought like back during like the Epic Mickey era, I thought they were just gonna he was to be like the fourth member of the team basically. I thought he was just here to stay, but no, he's just cameos now.
Yeah, every like blue moon you'll get a small little Oswald snippet, and there's a very small portion of the internet that's like, holy fuck, he has returned.
Like, I'm sure there's probably more genuine. There's probably more genuine Oswald fans than there are like genuine Mickey fans.
Oh no, because you're not including like the grandmas and shit who's like, oh, I like Mickey Mouse. I like when he's at the clubhouse. You know, bunch of unironic Mickey stands. Motherfucking. Not to mention the Kingdom Hearts fans.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts doesn't count. I don't view Kingdom Hearts as real.
Then what the fuck am I?
You're a puppet.
Oh.
Like Pinocchio. What the frick are you singing?
You know, it's I kinda sing.
Oh no! You weren't singing. You weren't singing. You're like you weren't singing the actual words. You fake Pinocchio fan.
I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
You're not even 20 years old.
I'm 20 years old.
Did you come out of the womb watching Pinocchio?
Yeah, I've been 20 for like 4 months now.
Did you come out of the womb watching freaking Pinocchio?
Maybe.
Everyone type in the chat, Robin is a fake Pinocchio fan. Question of the day, why is Robin such a fake Pinocchio fan?
Question of the day, eat my ass.
You know I'm not gonna do that.
Cringe?
Really calling asexuality cringe on Pride Month? What are you, the Cartoon Network social media?
Oh, have they posted something?
Not yet. They've shockingly been very late on Pride Month stuff. They only did one singular post about it, which is weird. Because usually they're like every single month they talk about gay ships, lesbian ships. So I'm a little shocked they haven't done any. They only done like one post.
There's been like just a general like companies aren't as
into Pride Month
shoving down your throat as they used to be. Like even Target, there was a big thing about Target kind of lessening their Pride collection.
Yeah, I go to Target a lot, and I did notice like not only is it like smaller, it's also like super generic. It's just the word pride and maybe a rainbow.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel called Mac Does It, and he has a video that he just released about making fun of Pride merch because he's gay and is allowed to, and some of it ain't good.
Like,
it's so like, man, I think AI should have generated this. I think it would have been better, you know?
like what stuff has he talked about?
I think the one I remember that stuck out the most was just a black t-shirt with the words equality, but the ITY part at the end of equality was just randomly like
Rainbow?
kind of under the word for no reason.
That's stupid.
So it was equal, and then under the UAL was ITY, and it's just like that's
Does that mean something?
nonsense.
Is that like a...
No.
It's like
I think they wanted to make it look like they did more than just go into fucking Google Docs and then print out a shirt.
yeah, I have noticed there's been a lot less Pride Month stuff in general this year. Obviously, like, fan art has never stopped, but like it is probably people are like companies are worried of the conservative backlash after the beer company. I forgot which beer company it was, but
Bud Light.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where they had like a trans spokesman. And
Dylan something.
yeah,
I also think I think a lot of like the gays are less likely to be like, oh my god, look, Target has a gay pride button. I'm gonna give them all my, a lot of people are more like, there's a lot of people kind of over it by now, so there's less reward.
It's been nearly
and more backlash.
It's been nearly a full decade since gay rights have been legalized. So now it's less. We're finally getting acceptance. We're like, okay, we want more than the bare minimum.
Yeah.
The novelty of being acknowledged at all isn't as big anymore. Now they want like actual. They want to be treated as human beings. Oh, cringe.
Yeah. Want to know something that's really funny?
What?
So I live near what's going to be one of the biggest Pride events in Florida, and so I want to go, but I already made plans just accidentally that so I'll be somewhere else during that event. I'm going to the SpongeBob musical instead of going to Pride. And that's just a true fact about my life.
Hey, you're repping an asexual icon, so I feel like that counts for something.
Yeah. I feel like it's somehow, what I'm doing is somehow even more gay than going to Pride.
Yeah. SpongeBob, very inherently gay. Musical theater, very inherently gay. So, like, it's basically a Pride parade, you know?
Yeah. It's like if Pride was cool.
Can that be a short, just you saying it's like if Pride was cool?
No.
God, remember when you did shorts? That was so fun.
I did too, and I'm busy all the time.
Just do more.
Gotta do. No.
Like there's a lot of like good like short moments from the tier list video we just did. Just do my big laugh it out rant from that one.
I don't think shorts can go that long, my dude.
We have to do like can like the 2-year anniversary just be like every lap it out rant? Super cut.
Maybe. Want to know something that's funny?
What?
So, generally when I'm editing the audio, I'm louder than you generally, but then I'll just notice that all of a sudden there's a fucking wall where the little waves of audio are supposed to be, and it's in so many times it's just you either insulting me or yelling about Lapidot.
The two things that make
and you can
the two things that make me
you can
mad.
physically see where the Lapidot rant is because it's like, oh, that's a minute of just peaked audio.
The two things that make me mad: my best friend and a ship.
Yeah. I'm as bad as Lapidot.
I mean, again, we pretty much decided our
Which is-
dynamic is just Lapis and Peridot.
Exactly. Which is why we don't kiss.
Yeah.
Until Cartoon Network decides that we should.
Yeah.
But that hasn't happened fully yet.
Yeah. No. Not that Cartoon Network decides that Lapis and Peridot should. They just come to us and be like, "Hey, you guys gotta kiss right now."
Yeah. A fucking Tom Network comes in, gun to your head, and it's like, okay, gotta use tongue. It's like, shit. Yes, sir, I guess.
Robin's like, "Okay, sure." I'm like, Robin's like, "Okay, sure, fine, I guess." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it. You gotta throw in like some Courage the Dog merchandise or something. Give me. I know you have like a plushie Grim in your freaking like warehouse. Throw that in, and we are making out hardcore."
Yeah, it's the meme of like Kendrick drop another diss track, but it's Cartoon Network, bring back all the cartoons onto Max, and my life is yours.
Cartoon Network, making me be able to legally watch Generator Rex Secret Saturdays, and my life is yours.
Is Generator Rex no longer able to be watched legally?
It was never able to be watched on Max. It was never on there.
That's fucked.
Which
I guess we should make way since it's time for a revolution.
oh, so true, bestie. But not even like the Ben 10 crossover was on there, because that's Generator Rex episode.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of Cartoon Network.
Speaking of the question of the week.
Have you heard the news?
Question of the week.
Oh, question of the week. Question of the week.
You don't have a question, do you?
I don't. Oh, something. Oh, do I? Wait. Let me check my files. Ah, shit, my files are not. I'll just make one up on the spot. Of all the new Cartoon Network shows that they just announced,
Don't do
which
that,
one are
because
you most excited?
that's gonna spoil the conversation.
Fuck. If you were a kind of fish, what kind of fish would you be?
I swear you asked this before. Whale sharks count as fish. I want to just be a giant freaking whale shark, just comfortable in my nothingness, just swimming around. I don't even attack anyone. I'm just a big freaking whale shark, and I'm just a little guy inside. You?
Catfish.
You would.
Yeah.
You just give cat. You know how in the buy video the background was abandoned Walmart? You just give abandoned Walmart energy. If we ever do another collab, the next background would just be a catfish, just a picture of a catfish.
That canonically accurate.
And I'm just like, I never saw Robin and a catfish in the same location.
You've never seen me in a location.
Yes, I have.
No.
Yeah, I watched you as you sleep. Bless you. Bless you. Okay. Bless you. Are you okay?
if anyone's wondering why Stripe is saying bless you, I managed to turn off my mic right before I started sneezing, and I just turned it back on. So he kind of looks like he just
I mean,
had a random encounter with Christ, but it was in fact me sneezing.
If I could hear you, then you probably didn't turn off your mic, dummy.
No, because I turned it off on OBS, not on Discord.
Oh. Anyways, what's the question of the week?
Oh.
What the?
I just asked it.
Your O was weirdly super high pitched.
Oh.
No, it was like,
Oh.
no, not like that. It was like genuinely like ear shatteringly loud.
My bad.
I think it was an audio glitch. 'Cause I doubt you could like get that high by yourself. But yeah, you did have the question.
Not without a little help from the funny stuff, brother. Yo. Sorry, I'm not funny today.
You're not
and I'm
funny
aware
any
of that
day.
Fact. Fuck you.
And if you watch the Bye video and you laugh, just know I wrote that segment.
No,
Yeah.
I think I wrote most of the jokes in that one.
You only did one joke, which admittedly was probably the best joke in the video, the muscle man thing.
The only joke you wrote was the fucking muscle man's
No,
cock joke.
that was the one joke you wrote.
You wrote that joke. I didn't write that joke.
No, I said it out loud. You're like, you know what? That's going in the script now. That was the only thing you...
Yeah.
Like, again, behind the scenes of looking at a video, I had to leave, like 3 separate times. Like, okay, Robin, write as much as you possibly can. Write as much as you possibly can, Robin. I'll be gone. Usually like 3 minutes each, like 3 times, and I come back, and the only thing Robin writes was, I hate gay people, or I hate women, every single time.
That is literally not...
It is.
I wrote so much, and also I did most of the revising, too.
That's because most of the stuff that was wrong was your stuff.
Most of the stuff that was wrong was your stuff.
No!
Fuck you.
This is the final episode. We hate each other. The gloves are off. We just hate each other so much. I despise this person. Krill yourself. Anyways, the Cartoon Network show.
I wrote the Tampa, Florida joke. Eat my dong. I like that joke.
You did write that, and when I said the punchline during the revisal, you're like, oh, you didn't even remember as a joke. You were like, oh, well, I guess I'm not gonna dox myself. Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, Robin, that isn't funny, right? Right? What you said, like, oh, I forgot. We wrote something because I'm dumb. I'm smelling. I'm dumb. I'm Robin. I am stupid and lame and cringe.
My name's Stripe, and I poop my pants, and I cry.
I'm Robin. I have never done anything good in my life. I'm a stupid idiot. I hide behind an anime girl despite being 12 bajillion years old and stupid and lame and cringe. Grah! So the Cartoon Network shows.
I don't even know what you were saying in that last half. I just know it was devastating.
Did you not hear me, or was I just... I don't know.
No, I could hear you. It was just... There was just so much going on.
And I said... Hey.
And I said, hey.
What's going on?
What a wonderful kind of day.
I nearly started singing that song. I was like, oh wait, no, frick. What I was trying to get to was the He-Man song. I shouldn't sing Arthur.
Oh.
So, anyway.
And I get real high and I think to myself, oh, what's going on?
And I said, hey.
I said, hey.
We're 20 minutes in, we just talk about the actual main subject.
And I cried.
No, stop.
Gosh,
If you don't stop in the next 5 seconds, I'm leaving. Okay, anyways.
Sorry, I was just having fun. I was living in the moment. I was enjoying myself, and I know you hate that.
Yeah, I hate you so freaking much.
Oh.
Anyways, let's Cartoon Network is like the main topic because hi, I'm Stripe. Nice to meet you. So Do you care about any of these shows actually? Because I know I'm the CN guy.
Of course I care about some of these shows. Some of those shows were Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that one first. Because like I have been just waiting. Like it is so shocking we have not gotten a Scooby-Doo anime until this point.
Honestly, I've never thought about it. I know that some of the stuff before has been animated in Japan, like some of the older movies,
I mean,
like the one with the Hex
yeah,
Girls.
a lot of like 80s and 90s just stuff does get like transported over, so it makes sense.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But I've never been like, oh man, I can't wait for. I hope they make Scooby-Doo.
Say it.
But in Japan.
Yeah, no, again, it just felt like, it just felt like kind of, it had to happen eventually. Inevitable. It had felt inevitable. With all like as I pointed out in the anime-based Western media video, like, they're getting super frequent. So it just felt like Scooby-Doo is such a big series, it's gonna happen eventually. And I think it looks cool. I am a little sad that it seems like Daphne, Velma, and Fred aren't in it. It is just Scooby and Shaggy. But I think it's gonna be fun.
It does feel like a weird sort of almost return to not the original, but like a little after the original when it was Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy.
Yeah.
But instead of Scrappy, they've got Scooby's Japanese uncle or whatever.
Yeah, I did kind of get that feeling too. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially now that the monsters are real, so maybe it's a bit more 13 Ghosts.
Yeah, I am a little.
That sort of era.
I can't be the only one who's tired of the monsters are real, right? Because at this point, I feel like there's more real monsters than there's fake monsters at this point. I
That's fair.
I get that it makes sense because it is Japan. They do have a lot of unique monsters they can include. I'm looking at the image right now. Like, yeah, there's a lot of cool monsters you can have. Like, I am a little tired of the monsters are real because every single Scooby-Doo series at this point will either just have exclusively real monsters or it's going to build up to be they start fake, but then, holy frick, the final one, the big one, he's real. What? I can never see that happening except for every other series.
I mean, that happened once. I don't know about Velma, but I feel like in Be Cool, I feel like most of the monsters there were fake.
There were, I think there's a few real ones. Yeah. It's mostly the movies. The movies are like every single recent movie is just the monsters are real.
Yeah. I haven't watched too many of the recent movies, admittedly. So.
That's fine.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested in Scooby-Doo anime. It seems like it's a lot of fun. I just hope that they eventually bring in Velma, Daphne, Fred. Bring in Scrappy. Frick it. If I want Scrappy to get some love because Scrappy's been done so dirty.
I hope Velma is what will get the main fan base to be like, listen, Scrappy's goated, actually. Everyone's fucking dissing him. Everyone's like, oh, Scrappy, you know, what a bad character, what a loser, what a freak. And it's like, no, people just don't like Scrappy because they know Scrappy is better than them.
Yeah, I feel like Velma season 1 like got a lot of people on board with Scrappy because now we have, it's the same reason as like the prequels. Now everyone loves the prequels because we have the sequels instead, which people hate more. But I feel like Scrappy especially, now that he was like in season 2 and people were just happy to see him like murder Velma. So I think people are liking Scrappy. I've seen a lot more Scrappy hate than Scrappy love and Scrappy hate. Scrappy hate hasn't gone away, but like he's a lot more of a like kind of a contentious character rather than everyone just agrees he sucks. As I brought up several times, I feel like most people were born into hating Scrappy. No one genuinely hate Scrappy anymore. It's just we were told we have to hate Scrappy.
Scrappy Doo is kind of like pineapple on pizza.
He
where there's
is-
just a bunch of random motherfuckers who came from out of nowhere who decided to just fucking hate this thing. And everyone decided to agree with them for some stupid fucking reason because they're fucking sheep.
I mean, because like, what outside of Scooby Apocalypse, there has not been like a genuine attempt at doing Scrappy since I don't even know. It gotta be Pre-Card Network, at least.
Probably like 13 Ghosts.
Yeah. When was 13 Ghost actually?
Fucking long time ago.
13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, 1985. That sounds about accurate. Yeah. Yeah. There's not been that much like genuine attempts at Scrappy. Because every other time he appears, he's the villain, or he's just a dog. We don't talk about him, or they just flat out kill him.
I do think it's crazy that Velma, which is supposed to be this like subversive take on Scooby-Doo, did the exact fucking thing James Cameron did back in like
Gunn.
the year 2000 or whatever,
James Gunn.
whenever the first movie came out.
James Gunn. Not James Cameron.
Yeah, the James Cameron one.
James Gunn.
The James Gunn. Sorry, wrong James.
Yeah, but even then, like, oh, how subversive! They made a Shaggy likes weed joke. The gang hate each other.
Yeah.
Velma's a lesbian. Definitely subversive jokes that no one's made before. Like, Velma's not subversive at all. They were telling the jokes that the freaking Mystery Inc. already made. Even before that.
Yeah. The one Scooby-Doo show I will never watch, and unless I feel like it, but I probably won't.
How brave! You're not gonna watch a show everyone universally agrees is bad.
Yeah, I'm still allowed to have a common opinion.
Yeah, no.
Just because I'm a social media influencer doesn't mean I have to be controversial all the time.
Most social media influencers aren't controversial.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo anime, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Looks good. Hope they include a bit more of the Scooby-Doo mythos other than just Scooby and Shaggy. But I feel like the Japanese aesthetic does have enough that you can bring out more interesting monsters and stuff like that. As much as I'm tired as monsters are real.
Yeah. I just hope it's fun.
I just hope it's fun, yeah. You know, I hope it's a genuine take. I hope it's no, because I feel like at this point we've gotten more like subversive Scooby-Doo than genuine Scooby-Doo. Like I just want like genuine Scooby-Doo fun stuff. Like I like the supernatural crossover as much as the next guy, but it is kind of, oh yeah, haha, they're realizing that they're just kids wasting their life and they have to fight real monsters. How interesting. We've done this like 5 times before. Mystery Inc. came out like a decade before this.
Yeah. I think they're... Yeah, Scooby-Doo's kind of fallen under that trap where it's a lot of people... We live in a society that's afraid to have genuine whimsy. And it's like, I just want this show to have some genuine whimsy.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people when they
and it looks like it does.
Yeah, no, it does look a lot of fun.
The title alone is whimsical.
Yeah. A lot of people when they think Scooby-Doo, they still think it has not changed since like the 60s or 70s or wherever the frick. And it's always just been the mystery solving gang. They go to a new place, they see a sketchy guy, they find out about a monster. Turns out it's not the sketchy guy, it's the other guy. Hijinks set to music. Meddling kids. Everyone just still seems to think that's the only thing Scooby-Doo's been doing in the last 50 years. When in reality, it's not. It's a really big, long-running series.
Right.
We've been talking about Scooby Doo for. We really should just do a full Scooby Doo episode one time. We really like that freaking series.
We rank every single Scooby Doo show.
We could do that. I've seen all of them.
We could.
Um,
I've seen bits of all of them. I haven't watched everything in full.
I haven't watched everything in full either because I'm not watching the only season. I only watched season 1 just so I can make the Hanna-Barbera video.
Yeah. I haven't seen Velma. I haven't watched.
Be cool.
There's a lot of the older stuff I
Yeah.
haven't seen in full. I've only seen a few episodes of Pup Named Scooby Doo, which is my biggest sin.
We can get to that later because we're already halfway into this video and we still have a bunch of things we need to discuss.
Sorry, I'm just saying. Yeah. Oh, next is something I know we're both excited about. Some more Gumball.
Gumball ended in 2019, and its movie and TV sequel was in production frickery for so freaking long. I was genuinely just expecting to be canceled at this point, considering this is Warner Brothers. I am happy we're finally getting more. Did they say anything about the movie, or was it just the sequel series?
I think I might have heard something that the movie is still being worked on, though I don't think there was too much specifics.
Yes, because the movie was supposed to wrap up like you've seen the final episode, of course, with Rob making
Right.
Putting everyone into the doohickey, making them humans, and he's trying to prevent the void. That's the big thing. You need to address. It would be funny if they just start off the series and they just don't address Rob or the void at all.
Yeah.
Of course I'm interested. It's just we don't have much to go off of right now.
Yeah, but it's Gumball. How bad could it be?
Yeah. Gumball is of course really fun. It's one of those shows that does feel like it's really nostalgic at this point. So I'm seeing a lot more people talk about it. And it was always super big because it wasn't like as big as Adventure Time. I'd say it's arguably eclipsed a regular show. Yeah, anything else you want to say about Gumball?
I hope the new series is actually super dramatic and edgy. I hope Darwin starts I hope Darwin becomes an alcoholic.
Okay.
And Richard does weed. And Nicole's a lesbian.
Wait.
And then Scrappy Doo kills
Yeah, I was saying,
them all.
wait, isn't this just Velma? Well, there's the Foster show. Do you have anything you want to say about the Foster show?
Foster oh,
The baby show, yeah.
Yeah, the fun time.
Yeah. I
think it looks cute.
I think it looks cute. Of course, not really what I wanted from a Foster sequel. I would prefer the obvious thing, Matt grows up and maybe he passes on Blue to another kid or something along those lines. Foster's is literally a series that could go on infinitely, because it is literally just your imagination is the only hurdle. Foster is really slept on, I've noticed. If you look back at the 2000s, it was one of the the big load-bearing shows of Cartoon Network. It was arguably the 2000s equivalent to Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab. But nowadays, no one ever talks about it. Which...
Yeah.
I hope we get so obviously Blue's coming back, but hopefully we get some more of the old characters as cameos. I'm not expecting this to be aimed at the old fans. I'm expecting this to be for a new audience. But I still appreciate seeing Wilt, Eduardo, Coco, Mr. Harriman, Madam Foster, Frankie Foster, maybe even Mac. I think Mac might be a bit of a harder sell, but yeah, I'd love to see. I'm interested in it. I'll probably watch out of just more curiosity as just a huge Foster's fan, but I'm not expecting it to be groundbreaking. It is just going to be a preschool show.
There's a chance it cooks, but it's I'm not gonna be mad at its existence.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna it exists now, and I hope the youth enjoy it.
I have noticed a lot of people saying like it's really funny they're making like Blue the main character because he is such a. Other people are saying he's like the kid show equivalent of Bender from Futurama, and they're trying to make him like the main character, like this wholesome little guy. It's funny. I like that. I like this.
Yeah. I do think the idea of like seeing like an older, more mature Blue is kind of cool, even though in the little like snippet it does actively say he's immature, but like maybe he's not as immature, you know? Maybe he's grown up a little. Maybe he drinks alcohol now.
Oh my god.
Maybe he'll get killed by Scrappy Doo.
Oh my god. That's what it is. Everyone can get ready for that hilarious joke every single time.
That's the last time, all right? Rule of threes. I know my.
I
limits.
think we only have 2 shows left, right? I think it's just Adventure Time and Steven Universe. Not Steven. Regular show.
Oh, yeah.
Is that it?
Well, there's 2 Adventure Time shows.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
I guess we can briefly talk about the BMO show. It's
Looks cute. I'll fuck with BMO.
I do quite like BMO. Not really much else to say. It looks cute. Hope it pretty much just copy paste what I said about the Foster show. Again, it is really funny that like Adventure Time is like really lean hard into knowing that it has a big like adult audience, because you have Distant Lands, which is much more brutal than the original show. There's a lot of death in that show. They straight up killed a child on screen. And then you have, of course, Fiona Cake, which is like just flat out an adult cartoon, which like is really so weird. Like I'm gonna make the best adult cartoons next year. That qualifies. That feels so weird that there's an official Adventure Time adult cartoon that qualifies for the list. And then they have BMO preschool show. I just can't wait for like kids who grew up with the preschool show to like watch Fiona Cake and see BMO freaking explode on screen and die. That's gonna be so fun. Yeah, I think it looks cute. Yeah, go.
It is interesting to note that these shows are leaning more towards preschool, which is a weird direction, but I think that just might just be the direction Cartoon Network is taking, especially with like how big Bluey is. Yeah. It's I guess.
Yeah, it's I mean, you've probably seen like a lot of shows that were going to be on Cartoon Network have just gone to Adult Swim, despite them being like pretty fine for CN, like My Adventure Superman, Unicorn Warriors Eternal, a new show called Invincible Fight Girl. All 3 of them were like perfectly suitable for CN. There's nothing bad about them in the slightest. There's no swearing. There's no blood. The violence is just average cartoon violence. But for some reason, they're all just moved to Adult Swim. So maybe that's the thing. It's just there's no middle ground. It's either you're for little toddlers or you're for adults. There's no teen shows, no kid shows, which the animation industry is just crumbling at its feet. But let's not get into that. That could be its whole other episode.
Yeah.
For what we've seen though, both the other Adventure Time show and the regular show do seem to be more of that level though. I do want to look up the Adventure Time show.
Side
Quest. Yeah. What? Do you know anything about that on top of your head?
The New Kid series takes the #Adventure Time franchise back to its roots, following the early days of Kid Finn and Best Buddy Jake fighting monsters on epic quests in an episodic series. So it's like episode 1 type, or season 1 type stuff, I guess.
That sounds fine, but I don't know. That is what I would want from another Adventure Time show, because Distant Lands was like a far off sequel, while Fiona Cake was also far off. It was like a good 20 years or so after the original series. I would have liked to see like a year after the series. I can spoil Adventure Time and the spin-offs, right? It's a little hard to talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah. one of the big things is that like Jake freaking dies. That majorly affects a lot of the characters. I'm like, I want to see like what happened before Jake died. You know, a big like looming thread is Finn and Huntress Wizard's relationship. That's been touched on a bit in Fiona and Cake, but it's just Finn as now like a 30-year-old man is like, hey, I gotta go see my wife now and our kids, which we have. Bye. You know, stuff like that. I do think seeing more of like just, you know, little kid Finn and Jake could be fun. I don't know exactly if, again, that's probably not what people want. As someone who's in the fandom, I know what the fandom wants. They just want a full series on Marceline Bubblegum.
It's true.
You're not even in the fandom.
I'm aware of the fandom.
Yeah, someone's like, you're my friend or something. Yeah. I think it'll be, I'm gonna watch it. I'm literally just a giant freaking simp for this freaking stupid show. So, of course, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I hope it's good.
I hope it's terrible.
I do question, though, are they gonna get Finn's voice actor back? Or will they recast him? Since it's supposed to be like younger Finn. You can still do the voice.
I would imagine a recast.
You can still do like a young kid voice, as you can tell from like Multiverses, because that is still Jeremy Shada. But I think he was like 16 or so when he started recording the show, or maybe even younger, and he of course aged with the series. So they could recast, or they could just try to fudge it. This would not be like the weirdest like. That's clearly an adult voicing a kid moment because High Dipper, but like, yeah, I'm interested in seeing how they do it. I do like that. That kind of really is just like the Phineas Ferb or the SpongeBob of Cartoon Network, because it's a freaking Hydra, man. The original series ends. Immediately announce Distant Lands. Distant Lands ends. Immediately announce Fiona and Cake. Fiona and Cake ends. Immediately announce season 2 and this and the side quest and BMO and yeah, it will never end. But I do like that they're taking up major clear risks. It's always something different, so I like that, and I'm excited. I think only one left is the regular show, right? There's nothing else.
There's also the Creature Commandos show, but that's a Max thing. That's slightly different.
Oh yeah, that's
I have
DC.
less opinions
That's
on
DC.
it.
I don't know. Seems cool. Seems fun. That's really all I have to say about that. Regular show, a new series.
All they've said that it's a new regular show project, so I don't know what that means.
Didn't they say that it was going to be like? It was in the same universe, but it's mostly focusing on a new cast with like cameos from the old gang. Or something along those lines.
Do you think it's gonna be like a preschool show?
Oh my!
Where Rigby?
Oh my god! I hope not. I think if they those obviously would be in the final episode. Almost everyone has kids, so just focus on their kids. Finn, Jake, Muscle Man, and Fives all have kids. I don't think Benson does. And Pops is dead, and Skips doesn't get with anyone. So I think it's just those four. All have kids.
They should make a Skips show, unironically.
Skips, if you were to give a spin-off to one of those characters, I think Skips is the obvious choice, because he's literally immortal. Imagine doing the freaking, like I could see them doing like a Fiona and Cake styled show for Skip specifically.
That'd be sick. I'd love that.
If they're okay with killing off Finn and Jake, they can definitely kill off Mordecai, Rigby, and everyone else, and it just skips like I don't know, like 50 years after the original show. Everyone's dead. Maybe the kids are still around, and it's just him trying to like mentor the new kids to do so. I could see that. that'd be like very heartwarming, heartstring pulling. Regular shows in this like really weird position where it is like one of the big shows of Cartoon Network, but I think during its run it just kind of coasted off of the fame of Adventure Time. Because I was talking with people and they're like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be like the most iconic, beloved show of all time that seems ever done. No, very much no. There is a reason why Multiverses only has Steven Universe and Adventure Time currently. Regular Show is great. It's a fantastic show. It's my favorite of those three I just mentioned. But also, it is not like a cornerstone of CN. It really is just, it came out right at the right time, and it's also just a really good show. It is definitely like the most like positively received of the three online. Because Adventure Time had that major slump in quality and stuff like that, because it got a lot more experimental and weird and kind of lost track of what it was as a show. And also like the fandom is very much carried by the Bubblegum ship, the Bubblegum Marceline ship. Before Fiona Cake, that was the only fan art I ever saw of the show. And Steven Universe, I don't need to explain that one. So I'm honestly a little shocked that we're even getting like new regular content. I feel like it had a great run, had 7 seasons I think, and the movie. So I'm a little shocked we are getting it, because it always felt like it's big, but it's not like a load-bearing show. It's not Gumball. It's not Steven Universe. It's not Adventure. It's not Regular Show. Adventure Time. Frick, I'm dumb. But I'm excited to see more, because it is of course very popular. I'm excited to see what they do with it. There's a lot of ways they could take like a new series. I doubt it's going to be a preschool show, because it is not as popular as preschoolers. It always felt more like a teen show.
I couldn't imagine the J.G. Miller or J.G. Quintel ever making a preschool show, because Adventure Time is so clearly a show that wishes it could say fuck.
Regular Show.
I could not imagine them going the other
You
direction.
said Adventure Time. You meant Regular Show, right?
I meant Regular Show. That is my bad.
I don't know how true this is, but there was rumors
I'm
that
not good with names.
there was rumors that it was supposed to be like on Adult Swim first before being retooled to CN. I don't know how true that is, but like even in like the older show, like the older seasons did like have some minor swears. So, and it obviously got tuned down and even like redubbed in a few cases, but like again, it's definitely like one of the clear samples of a teen show. So I'm interested in what they do. A little shocked he decided to come back after how horribly treated Close Enough. But this will probably do better, because Regular Show is like at its peak popularity at this moment. So I'm interested.
Yeah.
The big thing that spawned from this is the Ben 10 fandom and the Steven Universe fandom trying to kill each other because both of them think that their shows should have been brought back as well. And here's a message to everyone in those fandoms. It's coming. It will happen. Those shows are ginormous. They will get another sequel. And also, hi, I'm Stripe. My favorite Cartoon Network show is Infinity Train. Shut up! Oh my god, yeah.
I don't even know about any of that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people like drawing like Ben or Steven sad. Because why didn't we get rebooted? Oh my god, guys. Future ended in 2021. Ben 10 has been going on for like 16 years. You're fine! You don't need another freaking thing. I would love a reboot for either a show. And guys, we're getting one eventually. They're too big not to happen. But you shout to LKKO. That show is never getting acknowledged again.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was thinking like every show Cartoon Network has. Um, Grim Candy.
Is Teen Titans Go still going?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe it just announced it's getting like 400th episode or something.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Grim Candy and what was it? I forgot the third show, but 3 shows were like all denied continuations. Courage, the other one. They were all denied continuations. We Bears just had Baby Bears. What other shows were there? Obviously we have all these that are happening, and that pretty much, and most other shows are just too obscure to get rebooted. So that pretty much just leaves Ben 10 Steven Universe. They're big enough. They're not. Their reboots aren't that recent. They're happening eventually. Steven Universe is probably like, people try to ignore it because Steven Universe is stupid and cringe. Haha, please laugh. But like, it is the biggest show the network had since Adventure Time, especially in like the fandom sense, because I'm seeing a lot of like old con images, and Steven Universe is pretty consistent in like a pretty big cosplay thing, and there's a reason people still talk about the show even after it is still like looked at as the example of bad modern cartoon when it's, you know, over a decade old. So yes, Steven Universe is definitely coming back eventually. There's always rumors of reboot, and Rebecca Sugar is literally on the Adventure Time show, so it's coming back eventually, guys. And Ben 10 is, I've been noticing Cartoon Network has been bringing up Ben 10 a lot more on social media. It's also a really popular show after a bit of a lull in popularity. So it's happening eventually. I don't see why I wouldn't bring either of those back. Your thoughts on anything? Because I know you also like Ben 10 Steven Universe.
I honestly don't know if I want to see more Steven Universe. It's like, all right, we got Future, we got the main show. Let's just end it. You know, maybe a spin-off or something. I don't think I want to see like a story focused on Steven Universe again, you know, focusing on him after Future. I don't really want to see that. I could maybe see a spin-off on one of the gems. That could be fun. Or like maybe a show about the new homeworld or whatever. I think that could be a lot of fun too. So that there is stuff you could do with Steven Universe. I just wouldn't want to involve Steven Universe necessarily. I mean, he could show up or whatever, but I feel like his story is pretty much done.
You
I'm
want Steven Universe or Steven? What are you, the entire fandom? I mean, technically, but I'm just saying, I think, because I do like Steven. He's one of my favorite characters in Steven Universe. Obviously not my favorite, but, you know, he's up there. But I just think, you know, his story is done, and I think the idea of, like, adult Steven is weird, and it's, like, I don't know. I just think it's a really cool universe, and I think I would rather see another character get some more screen time or get that protagonist role. I think that could be a lot of fun. It doesn't even have to be one of the main like gems from before. Just, I don't know, make some new whole ass gem up. I don't care. Or make a Lapis show. Whichever, you know, I'm not gonna name names or whatever. Ben 10 though, I know there's so much Ben 10 shit out there. I just want another Alien Force. I don't make it in the same vein as like My Adventures with Superman, where it's like on the same like level. You can even fucking put it on Adult Swim. I don't care. I don't want it to be edgy though. I think, oh look at Swamp Fire, but he fucks my dad. No, that's gross and stupid. I don't care.
but I want to see a, like, when I say I want a more like mature, I want to see Ben 10, but like, you know, Spider-Man, where it's like, you know, Ben 10. I'm saying so many words. I'm not. Am I getting my point across?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. My Adventures is a really good.
I want
thing
I wanted like an older teen show for Ben 10.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I do think like parts of Alien Force Ultimate Alien were kind of what you're looking for.
Yes.
I mean, there's been like several ideas for possible Ben 10 spin-offs, but it was like the early 2010s and even the mid 2010s with the reboot were not as Ben 10 obsessed as the 2000s. But now like Ben 10 fandom is exploded in popularity, so I definitely think they could do something. There was kind of like a rumor that it was going to be like a CW show, but after the disastrous response to the Powerpuff Girls one, which I'm pretty sure has been canceled at this point, I don't think we're going to get either of those. Ben 10 is just so hard because if you ask like 10 different people in the Ben 10 fandom what they want, they'll probably all say different things. Compared to Steven Universe, where they'll probably say more or less the same thing. So I'm not entirely sure how they can really make anyone happy.
Listen.
I
hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Grandpa Max the musical.
Oh my holy frick! Cartoon Network, hire this person. Yeah, I want is more Grandpa Max. That's literally all I want.
I want more Kevin Levin.
I would like more Kevin. More Kevin, more Gwen.
If they did a show of Kevin, of like a Kevin and Gwen show, maybe a little bit after the events of like Alien Force or whatever, where it's just them like whatever town they went to for Gwen's college, but they like go on their own escapades and whatnot.
Usually,
I could die happy.
Usually, whenever people like talk about the potential of a like a Ben 10 reboot, like no, not even like that. There's been like several like proposed spin-offs, usually focused on Gwen her specifically because she's a really popular character, especially in like Japan. There was gonna be like an anime. You probably heard that. There's gonna be like anime focused on Japan Gwen. But that's when the series was losing steam. So it got killed.
Oh.
Yeah. I do feel like if they do another Ben 10 thing, you kind of have to focus on Ben himself.
Probably.
Because like
I do like Ben.
I do like, yeah, he was on your favorite character list. I assume you do. But
oh yeah.
The thing with like, because when you think Ben 10, you think the aliens, you think the Omnitrix. So you do kind of need that if you're going to do a reboot. You can definitely do something with Ben 10. It's a really popular series. It's kind of at the peak of its popularity since like, I would say since like Omniverse era. No, not even Omniverse. I feel like because Omniverse wasn't as big, like Ultimate Alien era. So I'm optimistic on the future of both of those series. It's gonna happen eventually because they are getting like their prime nostalgia era. I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it. Let's move on.
All right.
Yeah, not listed here, but I know that the Powerpuff Girls was also announced to get a reboot around the same time the Foster's one was announced.
Ooh.
Which is still gonna be helmed. It's gonna be helmed by Craig McCracken this time. I don't know if it's like a preschool show, if it's gonna be for the same audience. I'm interested. Powerpuff Girls again is like it's probably their biggest show. You could argue a few of them, but it is probably their biggest show. So I'm interested. It's kind of weird because usually when I was bringing up how Cartoon Network uses like Ben 10 a lot in their promotional stuff. It's almost exclusively like the older shows, usually the classic series. But for Powerpuff Girls, they still only use the reboot, despite it being long since canceled. So, I am a little curious. Like, was the show considered profitable enough? Because it ended in 2019, I think. Like you probably heard that the show was announced to get Powerpuff Girls are heavily rumored for multiverses, and they're even in the background of one of the stages. And it's the
Right.
the reboot versions instead of the original versions, which is weird because obviously like you to go with the more iconic versions.
I wonder if it could be a thing about the voice actors. Maybe the reboot voice actors are just easier to get.
You're so right. You're so correct. Counter argument. The Bubbles is voiced by Tara Strong, who's literally in the show. Literally in Multiverses.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure. It could be. I don't know. Even then, they're not above recasting people.
Okay, hear me out. Mojo Jojo the movie.
Mojo's kind of interesting, actually. Because he's like pretty easily the most like iconic Cartoon Network villain, just in general. But you probably saw he was in Multiverses, like a stage hazard. And for some reason, he still voiced with Roger Jackson, but his voice is like not the exact same. It's weird and different.
She's ravioli.
Oh, I didn't know all that. I haven't paid much attention to
Oh, I just needed to
multiverses
make sure.
since
You
I'm
didn't
just
answer my call.
Sorry.
I'm kind of done
That's
with
okay.
Smash
I figured you
clones
were
for the
doing
time
shit.
being.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, it's still Roger Jackson, but his voice is different.
Oh, age.
Yeah, but I think it might be more that his voice does have like a bit of a Asian accent, despite him not being Asian. He's a white guy, so they might have felt like that's a bit, not cool, and asked him to tone it down.
Oh, I guess.
That's kind of why I'm
never clicked
that's
that.
why I'm a little worried. Why I think they're not doing it.
That would make sense.
Yeah, why they might be cautious on Mojo, but he's still too iconic to like, not have.
And then there's him, who's the gay stereotype.
Yeah, he was also like I was trying to dance around him. Him
If
what?
Cartoon Network,
Yeah, go.
if Cartoon Network had any like purpose, if Cartoon Network had any quality behind them, they'd release that CW show. I know everyone was fucking ragging on it, but that shit was so fucking funny that would have made great television. I would watch 8 seasons of that shit.
I am a little curious on him. Do you think if they reboot Powerpuff Girls, do you think that they would again? Would they include him at all, or would they tone him down completely?
I think what they would have to do is to like reverse it and make him, but he's aggressively straight.
But will they change his design?
Yeah. It's actually her now. The devil can be a woman too.
I feel like a joke that not something that the reboot would play completely straight. That's right, guys. Even the women can be Satan.
Just ask my ex-wife.
Ayo!
That bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. I'm curious on all these reboots. There's a lot you can do with them. Again, I do think Ben 10 and Steven Universe are coming eventually. You can't. They're people like to downplay people like to downplay Steven Universe a lot because haha it's cringe and dumb and whatever. But like no, it is pretty easily their biggest show like since Adventure Time. Dexter and Ed and Eddie are also like potential, but their creators have pretty firmly planned the foot down, saying we're not rebooting these shows. So I don't think we have to worry about either of them.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say? We're only an hour in. I'll send you this. This is the image of that recently they made like yesterday, which includes Ben and Kevin.
Oh.
And you can also tell that Mojo and Bubbles, Blossom, Buttercup are in their the reboot designs.
Oh yeah.
Even though tight, yeah, you're probably say the same thing. Raven and Beast Boy are in their original ones.
Yeah, it's probably just, I don't know, artist choice.
Yeah.
Who knows? Why is this saying hashtag Game of Thrones?
There's a new Game of Thrones show.
Oh, House of Dragons.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, and obviously they're both owned by HBO. They're both under owner, so they're cross-promoting. This entire thing is weird.
Cute.
But like we brought up all like the reboot versus original things, but like Marceline is dressed as her star costume from Fiona and Cake, which obviously not made for kids. Paradox seems like she's in like this weird in between of like with her limb enhancers and not with it, and then Grimm is just there.
He's just a silly little guy.
He's just a little guy. Like, it must have killed them so hard to draw Peridot during Pride Month and not go against her sexuality.
Yeah, she's just gonna start making out with Raven immediately.
How old is Raven?
And then Peridot's gonna start making out with Marceline immediately.
Marceline's taken, so she wouldn't do that.
And then Peridot starts making out with Grimm immediately.
Grimm's taken.
By who?
Me!
Oh. I ship it.
I love
I hope I get invited to the marriage wedding.
You were
those marriage weddings that people have.
Yeah, you were actually going to be the best, not man, you're the best person, but then you decided to make a unfunny Peridot shipping joke, so you're not invited. You're off the list.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm still gonna show up anyway. It's gonna be like the ending of Shrek 1.
I'm
gonna bust in and I'm gonna bust in and I'm gonna start furiously making out with Grim.
Why?
Because he's my true love. He loves me, not you.
He wasn't even on your favorite character list. For shame.
He wasn't on yours either.
Yes, he was!
I kind of remembered that as I was saying it. But then I was like, maybe he won't call me out on my bullshit. And then you did. So, you know, really, it's kind of your issue.
No, it's not! It's very clearly yours!
No.
Mods, kill this person.
Have you seen that meme? Sorry, this is such a fucking non sequitur. Have you seen the meme of Hideo Kojima versus Flowey Undertale?
No?
Oh, they fight now. Kojima keeps winning.
Okay, you can't just say that and not explain it. What are you talking about?
There's an image of someone doing the Omega Flowey fight at the end of Undertale, and on the bottom right was a little alert from Hideo Kojima that says, "I will assist you now." And so people have been starting to take that and then like drawing and animating Hideo Kojima versus Omega Flowey.
Epic?
So cool. Other than that, yeah, not much else that I can say about Cartoon Network right now. Honestly, most of my thoughts lately have been in regards to Doctor Who. That's kind of been what's been on my brain a lot recently. But Stripe hasn't seen it, and I don't want to spoil it, even though he won't see it. I mean, I could talk about Doctor Who for a while. I mean, shit, this latest episode, shit.
I mean, again, I would watch it. It is just so freaking long.
I'm trying to get people to at least watch this latest season.
But I feel like don't you have to like watch everything else to understand it?
No, because this is literally like season 1 now. This is the third season 1 they've done, and it's an okay starting point. There's some stuff that maybe like a bit more like have an emotional impact. Like in this last episode they had one of the companions back from I think like the 70s. She's back for an episode, but you don't really need to know her to know what's going on. Oh my god, that's another thing I want to talk about. Sorry, I just had a fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
Yeah.
Did you see the newest Verbal Ace commission?
I really thought we were gonna get through it. I thought we were gonna get through this entire episode without bringing that up. I was so hoping you would not know that, because you never know any like going on trend. I was really hoping and praying that you would not know. But of course you freaking know. Of all the trends, of all the freaking modern current events you could ever know, of course it's the freaking Verbal Ace thing. Why wouldn't it be?
I know about the goings on.
No, you don't. I bring up current memes. They're like, oh, I never heard of that meme before. I only like real current meme like says a meme 5 years ago.
What can I say? I love Doge.
I mean, that is kind of current meme because he just, passed.
I knew I should have said Nyan Cat. Now it's sad. But you've seen Verbal Ace. Have you seen the video?
I have not watched the actual video. I know what it is. I know it's Roxanne Wolf.
I started watching it, and then I was like, oh my god, I cannot watch all of this, and I cannot have all of this information on my soul.
Yeah, I think he just he realized that he will never escape that video. That you can't just make that video and move on with your life. That is you for the rest of your life. So he's like, frick it. This is my life now. I'll just lean into it.
And honestly, I almost respect it.
I don't, because
you know,
he's not doing it for
just
he's not
unabashed.
He's not doing it for like genuine like, because the Charlie video came from the soul, man. It came from the freaking soul and heart. This is just pure. I want money.
Yeah, I just think. You know, isn't that like kind of what art's all about? Is just pure emotions from the soul.
No.
Even if that is Roxanne Wolf, just aggressively flirting with Verbal Ace, even though it should have been me.
Yeah. People are like 180ing so hard. We're like, oh, why would you make this? That's so cringe. And now that's freaking Roxanne Wolf. Like, oh, I get the appeal. No, the ace is coming out. It's manifesting outside of me. It sucks no matter what.
Yeah.
The asexuality is just like
it's
to me like venom.
Cause I don't know much about Verbal Ace as a person. Where it's like I don't like making fun of people, but it's so easy to make fun of him. Because it's.
I'm not gonna call myself a fan of him, but I have watched a lot of his videos because like during like the 2020 era, like around that time, he was of course like really really big with like the Cartoon Beatbox battles. So I knew of him. I was pretty well versed in him. I've referenced him a few times offhandedly in videos. I'm not gonna call myself a fan of him, but like, so like I knew what I was getting into when I saw him, when I saw the first Charlie video. And
yeah.
Do
you think he's gonna make like a few more, and then eventually there's gonna be like an Avengers initiative?
I don't think there's gonna be an Avengers
Charlie,
thing.
Roxanne, and whoever.
I don't think there's gonna be an Avengers thing, but I do think he's gonna make more because like I feel like at this time he realized this is who I am. I just gotta embrace it. But again,
I love that for him. You know,
yeah,
I hope he finds peace.
Yeah. Like you cannot recover from this. Like you are now fully branded as the 500K, 50K Charlie guy. That is his legacy. So you might as well just embrace it. Of course, the only thing we talk about is Cartoon Network and Verbal Ace Roxanne Wolf.
I mean, you know, what else is happening in the world, you know? We haven't had a Nintendo Direct in like 20 years.
We're probably
Kingdom Hearts 4 still doesn't come out.
Yeah, we're probably getting one soon. Did you see my thumbnail for the next video?
I did.
Are you excited?
Sure.
You can say anything, it's fine.
Well, I do hate. I mean, I don't know. I am interested because Shovel Knight, but Shovel Knight is one of those games where I so like overly like. That was such a hyperfixation. It's like I don't feel like there's gonna be much you'll be able to say that I haven't already thought about myself. But that's a me thing specifically. But it's still gonna be nice to like, I don't know, see the music again and be like, oh yeah, Propeller Knight exists, you know. It's I don't know. So it's not the most excited I've ever been for a Striped Squid video, but like I'm gonna watch it.
What is the most excited you've been besides the one you've been in?
Most excited. You really hyped up your tier list video, or your big
1K?
top 60 video. And I think especially by part 3, it was like, in parts 1 and 2 were so good. It's like, all right, let's keep going. I liked Revenge of the Cartoon commercials. That was also definitely up there because I liked the first one. There's I can't really remember what my emotions were when looking at it, because usually it'd be like, oh, that's happening tomorrow, and then it would happen. So there's not much time for me to like dwell on like my feelings on each video.
If only I confirmed the next video on at the end credits of every single video I make. That would be so much fun.
I never read those.
Oh my god. Why?
I don't know. Because I know it is. Usually I'm writing a comment when I'm at that part, so I'm not even... I've scrolled down, I'm typing my stupid little joke. You know?
You just hate me. That's fine. You can hate me, that's fine. I hate you.
Yeah, you can tell I hate you by the way I make sure your fucking video gets engagement.
Like, you were like one of the 3 people who like consistently like, you know, retweets me on Twitter, comments on the videos, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should do another collab.
We should do an episode where we review and rank every single Teen Titans Go episode.
Do you actually want to?
No!
So why you suggest it?
Because it was... I thought it sounded funny.
But I was like genuinely asking, and that's a little rude. Also, you smell bad.
I do. That's not true, man.
Oh, God, I can smell you from
I've
here.
been using this new fucking deodorant.
I can smell you
lavender.
through the freaking microphone. I've been wanting to like bring it up the entire time. I thought it'd be rude. I just had to be, God, you smell so freaking bad.
Fuck you.
And the balloons you wrote it on. Anyway.
But you haven't showered since the fucking Obama administration. Stupid poop fuck.
I showered yesterday.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, get your facts right. God, stop listening to the woke liberal media. Do your own research, peasant.
Can't believe you haven't showered at all today.
Yeah, because I'm too busy talking to you. I had a full day of playing. You're like, well, I don't know exactly when I'll be ready to record. I will be ready with sometime. This is what Robin sounds like.
Yeah, and then I was ready.
Yeah, but you gave me like no warning.
I said, hey, are you available the next half an hour?
Yeah, I said, hey, what a wonderful
Then you
time of
were.
day. To learn the Latin playing, get along with each other. You gotta listen to your heart, listen to your beat, listen to the music in the street.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting along with you, am I?
Because you're stupid! Rah! I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Bye.